Rilke said, if your daily life seems of no account, don't blame it. Blame yourself that you are not poetic enough to call forth its treasures. Once upon a time, not so long ago actually, the world was not only enchanted, we knew it was. Even mundane tasks had a sprinkle of magic in them. The pace at which humans moved through the day was slow enough to observe these subtle magics, and we took time to share these stories around a fire, by candlelight or on the front porch. There were elders and wise ones who reminded us to stay curious and open. They told their own stories, and they helped us see the invitations to a deeper communion with nature and a more soulful experience of life. The world is still enchanted. The trees still sing, the stones still hold ancient secrets. Dreammaker still sends riddles and mysterious tales while we are asleep, attempting to lure us into the world of metaphor and darkness for a juicy conversation. But while the world is still enchanted, most of our lives are not. Most of us no longer engage with the land, with animals, with mountains and rivers as our kin, as part of our cosmic family. Many of us are too busy to channel poetry that arrives on a breeze or notice the music hidden in an afternoon storm. We have lost some of our senses, the ones that tell us that magic is afoot. Perhaps even worse, many of us have also forgotten that we each have a gift, a treasure, a purpose beyond our skills, roles, and occupations. An ego niche, if you will, something uniquely ours that we are here to share with the world and birth into existence. If we don't uncover and step into this expression of ourself, our real reason for being here, the world will not have it. It will be lost. The human journey is sprinkled with spiritual, soulful, and mystical nudges. Things that rattle us, stir something deep within, make us question what we are dedicating our time and attention to. We might find ourselves saying that we know there's more to life than this. Or we might sense that something wild and even a little dangerous is calling to us, yet we don't know what to do. We might feel a longing, a homesickness, a craving, or a curiosity that we think no one else would understand. We may desire a life that looks extraordinarily different than what is considered normal. Sometimes we wiggle our way out of these experiences and carry on. When not, our modern society often calls these crises. Existential crisis, a midlife crisis. But what if I told you that more often than not, these are invitations? Invitations from our wisest self, pleading for us to slow down, pay attention, and drop into the depths of who we really are. Often we turn to practical solutions, talk therapy, social media, a self-help book, and all of these have their place. However, often we are hoping to escape our discomfort or inconvenient emotions, not deepen into them, not befriend them, or see what journey they might be inviting us into. This is a place where our modern language fails us. First, we often cannot find adequate words as we try to explain the immensity of such experiences. We might feel dismissed or misunderstood when we do share, or we might not tell anyone at all, assuming we will be seen as weird, delusional, or even selfish. Second, we really don't know what to do in these times, other than follow the social norms of suppressing our wild thoughts or distracting ourselves. Our lives are full of deep hollows, dark forests, and portals to underworld journeys, just as they are filled with magical companions, secret doors, mysterious synchronicities, and calls from the wild. We miss many of these enchanting invitations because we have lost our senses for them, and we've forgotten the language that holds secret instructions for navigating those deep hollows and answering those calls from mystery. For me, reawakening to the magic of my life and story has required that I learn a more intimate, mystical language, a way of telling and listening known as mythopoetics. It can take a while to get the hang of this way of writing and storytelling, but we can dip our toes into the spirit of this language with a few questions. Are you facing a really tough decision? Are you weighing the pros and cons of some situation, not knowing which way to go, hoping you make the right choice? If so, it sounds like you are the liminal one at the crossroads, straight out of a mythic tale. And viewing yourself and your options through the lens of story may open a door to a world of new possibilities, courage, and support that you would have missed otherwise. Are you swimming in uncertainty? Have you decided to follow your intuition and heart but feel lost and unsure? How might your idea of your situation shift if you connected with the story of the heroine at the edge of the dark wood and regarded the path unfolding before you as alive with its own intentions of helping you travel to a better place? Maybe your life seems to be unraveling and you're losing the things that once brought you stability and comfort. Maybe you are going through an intense period of shedding or unmasking. You, sister, are perhaps being invited to descend into the underworld, face that dark night of the soul, and release what is no longer true for you so that so that a transformation can take place. On the other hand, maybe you are in the middle of an exciting adventure or journey of self-discovery. You might feel empowered, alive, and filled with wonder, but you might also feel lonely or be unsure of how to integrate these experiences you are having into your everyday life. Then again, maybe you are just exhausted or uninspired or bored. Maybe it feels like you're trapped in a swamp of melancholy. There's a mythopoetic line, a swamp of melancholy. Just like that, the mood has some character. Perhaps not joy, but certainly depth. Its immensity and muckiness has been better brought to life, and we all have a truer understanding of that experience after hearing it worded that way. The thing is, you might have a truer understanding of it now too, and engaging with this swamp and its murkiness may allow you to uncover some lessons and wisdom that would have been inaccessible otherwise. Mythopoetics don't fix our lives, they enchant them, by helping us experience them more intimately and inspiring us to be more curious than fearful. Mythopoetic language helps us live our questions so that one future day we might find ourselves living in the truest of answers. Mythopoetic storytelling reminds us that everything is alive and we can connect with and learn from anything and anyone, from a spider on the windowsill or a rosemary plant in the garden to a dream, a calling, or a memory in our own psyche. Welcome to the Storyteller's Apothecary. Through poetry, metaphor, folklore, creative writing, and imagination, we're going to explore the world of mythopoetics together as a way to deepen into our own lives, bring meaning to the mundane, give voice to the wild one within, and remind ourselves of the magical creatures we are. I hope you'll come sit for a spell and experiment with this unique way of engaging with life, yourself, and soul.